it's Duan, and I hope that you've had an amazing week. Finally, this is going to be my Photog vlog. If you want to learn a little bit about the cameras that I use, keep on watching. So before I get into my most beloved camera, which is a hand-me-down, technically, from my father, who passed away 6 years ago, I felt like it would be appropriate to share this story, but you can fast forward to when you see me like probably fidgeting with the camera, or you can just listen to my story that I just wanted to share with you. So last week I was in California for a week for Mother's Day, and my mom was going through this folder of a bunch of Mother's Day cards and just like little things that I had written when I was younger, and like pictures of me and like my report cards and just a bunch of stuff. Also, sorry if you see me sweating like crazy because it is so warm. So my mom was going through it and she was like, oh look, it's a letter that your dad wrote you. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so my favorite vlog, just side note, is vlog 69, because it just happened to be this vlog where I shared the story about losing my father. I think it's my most vulnerable vlog that I've shared with you guys. I think it's really important to be vulnerable and share, and because we're all different, we all have different little stories, and it's wonderful that we can just share with each other. So going back to this letter, to give it a little bit of context, another story that I have yet to share. My father actually, when I was 9 years old, when I was in 4th grade, he had a brain injury. One night my dad slipped and fell when it was raining and hit his head really hard, and didn't know who any of us were, and he was in the ICU for a week. It happened in January. He stayed in the hospital until April or May, and then they transported him to, this was in Los Angeles, then they transported him to Palo Alto because there was a VA hospital up there that like worked that was specific to like head injuries, brain injuries. So my dad was there a year, and since we have like such a small family, it was like my mom, me and my grandma, his mom, would drive up every other weekend to go visit him. And yeah, it's crazy to think about those memories. So this is the letter that my mom found this week. To my darling Duan, I'm very happy you had a great summer. You played baseball, basketball, and stayed overnight with a bunch of friends. It sounds like you are all ready for the 5th grade and your new school. Meet new friends and have fun, plus study hard. I hear you're going to stay at Grandma's this week, so have fun, because she loves you almost as much as I do. Thank you for coming up with Grandma and your mom to see me. It was fun to go to Uncle Tim's house. I can hardly wait to come home and be with you for a couple of days next month. Give your mom a hug and a kiss for me. And I already taught you how to give yourself a hug and a kiss to yourself from me when I'm not there. You are my love, love Daddy. So we just found this little letter this past week, and it's crazy how he said that at the end. But yeah, so this was like the most special thing, and literally like I have so many things. I have like movies, books, clothes, lamps, everything that I could possibly want or need in life. And yeah, this right here is probably one of my most valuable things that I own now. So okay, so just wanted to share that with you, those who know that I lost my father in 2011. So this is the newest news of that I found this letter, so I just wanted to share it with you. Going on to photography. This was my father's. This is literally what made me fall in love with photography. It's crazy because since owning this, I feel like I've lived life more, because I feel like I've just noticed so many things that I wouldn't have noticed if I didn't have this, which is so weird to think. I take in buildings more, or like the surroundings more, or the sky more, and the clouds. and because I'm just like, oh, that would look so pretty in a picture, or look at those colors, or look at those shadows, all these random things, and just like life going by and trying to capture it. So this specifically is a Minolta SRT 101. I typically like to use Kodak film. This is the one that I actually usually shoot on. Kodak Ultramax 400. This is the film that is in my camera right now. Dana was so kind enough, because she knows me so well, to get this for me for my birthday. So this is my baby. This is always pretty much with me. I love traveling to like experience and see everything, but like 70% I love traveling because of capturing it on this camera. So usually when I take pictures of people, whether it's like headshots or just like fashion photography or whatever of my friends, I love using my Nikon D800, which is a digital camera. I found it used, which I highly recommend. The newest Nikon is like the Nikon D810, and this is the D800, which doesn't matter to me at all, actually, because it's just the tool. Just because you have an amazing camera isn't gonna make you a good photographer. I think what is gonna make you a good photographer is just going out there and shooting things and seeing what you like and experiencing and learning. Oh, going back, I just got into photography like a year and a half ago, and I just like love learning more and being inspired, and yeah. If you want to get into photography, don't be scared. Just go out, and with each picture, you're just going to become better and better. And I know that you're going to make beautiful images. So yes, just go out there and shoot. So I feel like the best way to show you in this Photog vlog my little tips and tricks is by doing. So let's do. Here we are at a perfect, picturesque place. I brought my film camera. It has a 28mm lens on it. So these settings right here, 2.5, 4, 5.6, 8, 11, 16 are the f-stops. For example, if it's on 16, there's not a lot of light that is being let into my camera, as opposed to 2.5, there's a lot of light that's being let in. Also about these, 2.5 are my lowest, the lowest setting. Say I'm taking a picture of this gate right here, the background is going to be blurry. So when I'm usually taking a picture of a person, I usually like shooting it with my f-stop being really low, because I love the background being a little bit blurry. 1.5, all these green numbers, 2, 2.5, 3, it's basically how far my subject is away. So I would put it at infinity if I wanted to take the landscape, which pretty much a lot of my shots are set at infinity, because I'm always taking landscape shots or skyline shots. The film that I have in here is Kodak 400, the ISO is 400. So I just set it to 400 so my camera knows that that's in there. The lower the ISO of the film, if it's like a Kodak 100 film, it would be best in like daylight, sunny, super bright. The higher it is, it would be better if it's darker, like if you're shooting at night. The 1, 2, 4, 8, 60 to 1000 is the shutter speed. If I set it at 1000, say I'm taking a picture of a bird flying, the shutter speed would be so fast that it could actually catch it for that like 1/1000th of a second. If it was 1/30th of a second, then it would be more blurry. One really cool thing that I just finally did last year when I was in Yosemite and I took pictures of the water that was flowing down the Merced River, I put my film camera on a tripod and then put it at a low shutter speed and clicked it. It's like instead of like really fast, so it catches the flowing of the water, so it looked really blurry, so it caught that like beautiful movement of the water, rather than like if I did a second, it would be, I mean, it's really cool too, you just see like that water captured in that like split second. So a lot of film cameras, like newer film cameras, have a light meter in the camera that works, but mine doesn't work, so I use an app called Light Meter. It looks like this blue guy. Then whatever you're taking a picture of, it tells you basically what setting is a good setting for a picture to come out. For example, I'm going to move my ISO to 400 because the film that I have in my camera is 400. Maybe if I do aperture 11 or 16, I'll do 16. other tips and tricks besides this app for good settings on your camera so you're not wasting your film is taking in lighting and colors, especially the shadows. Like if it's a sunny day and there's like a bunch of shadows on the ground, I don't know. I just feel like shadows are so beautiful in film pictures. Complementary colors in pictures. So when I see something that's like blue and orange that are close to each other, I get really excited because I really want to take a picture of it. Also composition, which is a huge thing. So yeah, I'm just a hobbyist and I love it. I do it because I love it and no other reason. And I think if you are in the same boat as me, or you're a professional, whatever it is, it's just really exciting because it's all about trial and error and learning what looks good to your eye, what you don't like, and just lots of learning and having fun and just viewing life a little bit differently. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm so happy to announce that after like a year and a half that I finally made a website. It is duanmackenziephotography.com. I've been telling myself forever, make your website, make your website. I finally did, and I'm so proud of myself. I have so much more to still add to it. If you want me to shoot you, just reach out to me, and yeah, that would be so fun. Perfect timing for my Photog vlog that I made my website and that it's up and it's out in the world, it's out in the universe. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. If you have any questions of anything that I forgot to bring up, please just leave it in the comments. If you are a fellow hobbyist or professional, if you're a professional and you have any tips and tricks, leave them in the comments because I am just obsessed with learning. I just hope that you keep shooting and growing, and yeah. I love you, and I will see you next week.